Okay. Hi, I'm Steven. I'm the Power Trader. So I'm the creator of Power Trader AI, a completely free and totally open source AI-powered crypto trading bot. Let's start this off with DCA. DCA means dollar cost averaging. What that means in simple terms is literally just you start a trade, the price goes down, so the value of your trade goes down. So when it goes down, you buy more, and that lowers your average buy price between those two buys, your starting buy and then your, we'll call it your DCA buy. You average your buy price together for both of those, and that is your average buy price. As long as the price goes above that average buy price, that means you're in profit. That's how DCA works. It's literally just averaging down your buy price to make it easier to get profit. That way the price doesn't have to come back up as much once it starts coming back up for you to get profit. So that is that's DCA. That's what DCA means for anyone that doesn't know that. The bot has a tiered DCA system. How it works is it has hard-coded drawdown percents. Drawdown is the percentage of loss that you will have on a trade if it's in loss. That's not, you haven't actually lost that money. It's unrealized loss. That's the only way you actually lose money in a trade is if you sell it while it's at a loss. So unrealized loss is actually a tool, okay? Because you use that unrealized loss to know when to DCA. The trading bot, it has that tiered DCA system that I mentioned. So how that works is it takes those drawdown percent from the coins, okay, and every certain percentage of drawdown, it'll add a little bit more money to that trade to lower the average buy price for that coin. So how the bot has it set right now is the first DCA buy happens once the trade is at negative 2.5%. Okay, and then the second DCA buy happens if it gets to negative 5% on the trade's value. But that is after that first DCA has already happened. So it's not 5% drawdown from your starting buy price. It's 5% drawdown from your average buy price. And that's how it works on all the subsequent DCA levels past that as well. So on your third DCA, 10% loss is required for that. So it would be 10% loss from your average buy price of the starting buy and the first two DCA buys. So that's how that works. So now DCA, it adds up quick if you have a huge drop and you just let it just do as many DCA buys as it can mathematically do. It'll add up quick and eat up all your funds into the trade real fast. So what I've added to the trading bot is a max number of DCA buys per coin per rolling 24-hour window. Like each coin has its own individual 24-hour window, and the max that it's defaulted to is 2 DCA buys per 24-hour rolling window. That way, if it drops really hard and keeps dropping, well then your bot only does the first 2 DCA buys that first day, and then the second day it'll be like, all right, so 24 hours has passed, let's see where we're looking. Should we DCA again now? And if it should, then that means you're going to be at a more settled price at that point as well, because It's not going to be having some crazy hard drop for like 24 hours straight, most likely. You know, that's the norm, is that's not going to happen. So, you know, anything's possible. I'm not saying it's not, but, you know. So that the max amount of DCA buys every 24 hours really helps with the huge drops, and it helps the bot wait until a better time to buy. Now I could add some. I could create some kind of like AI feature that would decide how long that window should be or something, but I don't know. Whatever. I don't think that's really that important. 24 hours is probably perfect, you know? So yeah, that's the whole DCA system. Oh, I forgot to mention this as well. The AI is able to actually control the first few levels of DCA as well. Any of the AI's blue lines on the price chart past, like lower than the blue line that it starts a trade at, those can trigger DCA as well. If so the first line after the starting line, that corresponds to that 2.5% hard-coded drop on the list of the hard-coded drawdown percentages needed for each level of DCA. So, and each of the lines after that corresponds to the next level of that hard-coded list as well. So, the first few levels of DCA, it chooses whichever, for the current level that it's on, whichever line is higher priced, either the AI or the hard-coded drawdown percent, whichever one has the higher price and the price will hit it first, that's the one that it uses for doing DCA, for that current level of DCA. I do not have stop loss in this bot. I mentioned this in my last long video. I don't believe in stop loss for spot trading. Not with worthwhile coins that will eventually just go back up. It's just, I don't know, it's bogus to me. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to do that. Especially with how low of a price that this DCA system can get to. Like, there's no need to use a stop loss. Like, you could just let it keep DCAing and then just wait. It's just spot trading. You're not going to get liquidated or anything. It doesn't matter. Just wait. Like, it's just not a big deal. It's like a bank account anyways, you know? Like, it's just, yeah, I don't know. Like I said in the last video, like, I feel like a lot of that stuff is more meant for like futures trading, like leveraged trading and stuff. And a lot of people just blindly apply it to spot trading just because that's what they've been told to do, you know? But I don't believe it. I don't believe in stop loss for spot trading. I'd like to show you like how powerful the DCA can be as well. Let me bring up some charts that I posted on Facebook, and then I will turn my camera around and show you guys my screen. Okay, so here is a sample DCA chart for Bitcoin. Like if you were to start a trade at around the current price, whatever. I made this a few days ago, so like it's not the exact price that it is right now. But whatever, doesn't matter. Here are all the levels of the hard-coded DCA levels. And at this 50%, it can go past DCA 7. It can do 8, 9, 10, whatever. Just as many as you have money for. It'll just keep doing 50% for all of those past that. You can see by the time we are down to just the 4th DCA, That's the price that it would need to be to initiate the fourth DCA buy. So already, like, dude, it would have to drop so much just to even get to that point. So that means, like, we're safe. Like, I have my bot set for like 3 or 4 DCA buys that can be afforded for to be spread out across all the coins on my list that I have on the bot. So, 3 to 4 levels of DCA for me personally, that's fine. I am personally fine with that, because 77,000, 64,000, if it reaches those price levels anyways, and I max out my funds in my account, well, I'm throwing hella money into Bitcoin at that point anyways, because it would be so low. So it doesn't matter if it maxes out my funds at that point for me personally, because I would be putting more money in anyways. So yeah, I set my settings to have the spread DCA amount, not the single coin DCA amount, but the spread DCA amount to be around 3 or 4 DCAs, and it could even do more DCAs on an individual coin. That's just the average that it would do across all the coins. There's no hard limit to the amount of DCAs that it can do per coin. You could set that if you want, but personally, I don't think there's any reason to do that. The 24-hour window thing should be more than enough to handle any kind of stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, that's why, like, I don't use stop loss with this bot. I don't even have the option in it. So if you want it, you'd have to program it yourself, and it's just, dude, like, if it goes down that low, I'm adding more money to my account anyways, so it doesn't matter if I get maxed out at that point. I'll add more money, and then I'll be able to DCA more, go down to the 5th DCA, 6th DCA, whatever, or maybe a trade for another coin will finish, and then I'll have that money opened up, and I'll be able to use it to DCA again for this coin. It's just, there's so many options, and like I said before, it's just spot trading. You're not gonna get liquidated. At worst, you're waiting. Like, just trade worthwhile coins. Why would you trade anything other than a worthwhile coin with a trading bot? It doesn't make sense. So along with how it uses the combination of all the predicted price levels from the AI to start trades, because that lets it know when the price is stretched one direction or another. Like, it's a really good indicator for that, the AI system is. And so along with that, the DCA system in this trading bot is fairly powerful, to say the least. It's exactly what I could have dreamed of for a trading bot for myself. So that's what I made, You can find donation information in the comments. You can find link to the code in the comments. All the code, literally all of the code for my trading bot, because it's totally open source. Totally free, totally open source. And you can find a video of how the whole system works in the comments as well. But